Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and I'm sorry I'm a little late, folks. I had to run errands. I'm going to Silver Dollar City tomorrow. So, sorry about that. All right, usual disclaimers. First off, you're going to see the link that the JRC decided that they were going to try and intimidate Neuroclastic over in the description box. I'm going to still try to find that GoFundMe again and get that link put on there as well. You're also going to see the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign. This article here, for example, the templates and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org shut the Judge Rotenberg Center down petition. When we talk about the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. Got young children, goes without saying, headphones. And yes, I am half brain dead, folks. So, apologies for stumbling over my words in advance. So we're going to go over some quote-unquote JRC facts. Okay. Get your calming tea. I don't know whether to laugh or be pissed or what, but let's see this garbage fire, shall we? Remember, this is in response to the New York 2006 report, which they felt like was done in error because they don't believe in bullshit. It was actually objective. And it was done without warning anyone, which is how it's supposed to go when you're doing a review of that nature. We're supposed to catch you with your pants down, and if you're not doing anything wrong, then why are you so worried? Just saying. During the April and May 2006 visits, NYSED visitors also refused to watch a brief film that depicts the dramatic progress that a number of JRC students made with the benefit of supplemental aversives. You remember what those propaganda videos are? The fact that they make the kids do behaviors and then not do the behaviors under threat. Remember the fact that they're complete garbage? Yeah, New York did know that, JRC. They put it in the report. So why are they going to watch your propaganda film and take it as gospel? See, JRC can't understand how anyone outside of them could see what they're doing is evil when it is. But moving on. They did not ask JRC for information about the procedures that they eventually criticized in their report. During their visit, they did not suggest that the JRC should make some changes in its procedures. One member of the review team complimented Dr. Israel on the fact that JRC staff treated the students with so much respect. Yeah, now I'm gonna feed you bullshit too if I have to, considering your insanity. For God's sake, folks. But what should we change? Oh, I don't know. Maybe not deprive kids of food, make them earn every single bite of food that they fucking get over a 2-hour period. Maybe not working them 9 hours a day, 7 days a week with no breaks, making them have to earn excursions to go see their family, possibly not sleep depriving them, torturing them, or having your staff jump out at them at random intervals and threaten them. Just saying, because I saw it in the report. I know you did too. NYSED had no real communication with the JRC during April and May 2006 visits and at other times between 2005 and the time of this report. As a result, NYSED made some major mistakes in this June report. Two examples were the assertion that JRC was not in compliance with FDA regulations and the assertion that the JRC was not in compliance with federal school lunch and school breakfast regulations. Because it wasn't. Your food and safety, you don't fucking refrigerate your goddamn food when you need it or keep it warm when you need it, which causes illness, germs, the list goes on. But you didn't write down what we wanted, so you're wrong. That's what that says to me. That would said to me. Now, I know how these reviews go, and when we find stuff like that, we're not just going to take it on our word that people are going to believe us. We take pictures. I'm going to guess that New York is going to be even more so than Missouri in that respect. Know what I'm saying? And when you can add 3 separate visits, 3 separate teams, and they all noted food and safety hazards, and you not complying with the lunch and school breakfast regulations, yeah. How about when you don't properly feed your fucking kids? You're not falling in line. Like, how is that hard to understand? But we are. Look, we offer this, like, horrible mash that we spray with liver powder. They just refuse to eat, and then we shock them. God help me. When the report was complete, NYSED released the June report to the press and to the New York Board of Regents before the JRC had any chance to respond to it. Okay. They're tired of you getting away with your shit, JRC. They're tired of the media kissing your ass, the judges kissing your ass, and you being able to get away with everything. So they decided that they were going to show the world what you're really doing inside that school. And they were going to do it without you being able to taint the pool. It's a beautiful thing that they did. And I thank God they had the courage to do it. They did the right thing. Moving on. Based on observations made by their review teams during April and May visits, NYSED then sent complaints to a variety of state and federal agencies, apparently seeking to have those agencies take adverse action with respect to the JRC, again without notifying or discussing the issues with JRC. Yeah, that's what a review does. That's kind of our fucking jobs. That's how a review works. If you're found not in compliance, we have agencies and departments that we have to report to. And depending on where you're failing, that is the department we have to report to. See, we're not beholden to you nor under your authority. You know what I mean? And it is our jobs as mandated reporters, when we see abuses and violations, to report them to their corresponding agencies and departments. That's how a review works. That's how we keep kids safe. Something you bastards don't know a goddamn thing about. The agencies include Massachusetts Probate Court. Excellent. The Food and Drug Administration, as they should, and the Federal Lunch Program, the Massachusetts Department of Education, and the Massachusetts Department of Early Education and Care. Good. Times fucking somebody did. Massachusetts won't do anything, of course, because we know they kiss your ass, but I'm glad that they got that out there. It is also clear that the authors of the June report began with an anti-aversives bias, and they wrote the June report in a manner designed to try to prove their pre-existing bias against the JRCs. Oh, fuck me. Does that mean the whole world then, other than you, JRC? Because no other place uses aversives anymore. Literally none of them. In all 50 states. Throughout the planet, even. They don't use aversives anymore. And why? Because unlike you, they've evolved. They've found better, alternative, humane treatment programs who take, as you say, the most severe and have success. Imagine that. Imagine that. You know when you used to tell us Jennifer Masamba needed what was happening to her? She's in another program right now. She's thriving. She has her own YouTube channel. She goes out in her community. She participates in advocacy all the time. She just wrote a book. Spare me the bullshit. Spare me the bullshit. Oh, here we go. The authors were opposed to the use of adversive, supported the anti-verse position called positive behavior support. Oh, the horror! The horror that they would support programs and alternatives that involve not starving, sleep depriving, shocking, and traumatizing kids. How awful. The authors appear to be uncomfortable with a highly consistent behavioral program in which every possible event and activity is used as reward for a desired behavior. For example, at JRC, the opportunities to socialize with other students are used as rewards. The visiting team found this offensive because it is. Socializing is supposed to be something you're teaching these fucking kids, not holding it as a reward. How are they supposed to learn to socialize and be out in the fucking world if the only time they get to socialize is when they don't react when their friends are being fucking tortured and they can hear their screams? Tell me that one, JRC. It's offensive and it's retarded. And don't get me started on the stick and carrot routine. How insulting can you fucking be? We're not dogs. Quit treating us like you're fucking Pavlov. Some additional points that the reader of the June report should consider are these. Oh, yes, please tell me what you think I need to think. None of the authors appear to have any experience in working with students whose behaviors are as difficult to treat or as severe as those at JRC. Oh, we're going to gaslight now. Now we're going to gaslight. You don't understand. You've never worked with them. Hey, JRC. Yes, I have. Yes, they have. Just because they don't agree with your inhumane cruelty does not mean that they have not served a population just as quote-unquote severe as the students in your school. Nor are the majority of the students in your school as severe as you like to claim. Yeah, we've got a lot of evidence about that, by the way. Nowhere in the June report is there any mention or appreciation of some of the major accomplishments of JRC, such as the fact that our program is demonstrably effective in producing rapid and effective treatment and behavior in our students and dramatic growth in their academic and social skills. Where? Paperwork. Where is it? I live in a world where provide receipts if you're going to make a claim like that. Number 2, effective changes may be, but traumatizing students into fucking compliance is not success, not on anybody's level, okay? So we're going to close out because we'll get into more of this tomorrow. JRC's idea of success is traumatizing a child so fucking bad that they will not fight back. They will not react when the person behind them is being tortured and screaming. When they are so robotic, unemotional, and just acting completely robotically, they call that a success. But that's not success. That is severe trauma. That is rolling through fear. And it doesn't work, folks, because when that threat is removed, guess what? No progress was made. And by the way, under the threat of fear, how are they supposed to learn? When they are concerned and worried and focused on the idea of where the next shock will come from or when the next staff is going to jump out at them, or if they're going to be able to earn enough to be able to go to sleep with a full stomach, if they're going to be able to be allowed to sleep at all, that is, how the fuck are you going to tell me? But their social skills and everything. Jesus help me. No, Karen. No. That's not success. That's psychological trauma. And they're going to have to live with it for the rest of their lives, on top of everything else you do to them. Now, on that note, folks, we're going to close out for this evening. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one.